Hey y'all, it's Sierra here and I'm back with another video. I actually did not plan on doing this video. I was just sitting here doing a reading for myself just to see what I should focus on this Halloween. Just because there is a full moon this Halloween and I believe it's a blue full moon if I'm correct. So this is going to be a very powerful moon. I typically don't worry about doing rituals and stuff when there is a full moon or a new moon, but I'm going to go ahead and do it this time. So as I was doing the reading, I just stopped and felt the need to do a pick a card reading about the same thing. So it is dark outside right now and I don't have the best lighting. So hopefully this video isn't too dark. I'm gonna go ahead and get better lighting so that I don't have to worry about the videos being so dark. But anyways, this video is going to be about what you should focus on this Halloween, which is Saturday, and there's also a full moon. Now there are varying opinions as far as if you should release on a full moon or manifest on a full moon. I'm not that type of person that just follows rules that strictly. When it comes to spirituality, I do believe that you should make it your own, and what works for one person may not work for the next person. So I do what I feel like doing. If I want to release on a full moon, I will do that. If I want to manifest on a full moon, I will do that. If I want to do both, I will do that. And I suggest that you do the same. Okay? With that said, this is a general reading, so you will want to take what resonates with you and leave what doesn't. There may be some things that you're ready to hear. There may be some things that you're not ready to hear, and that's perfectly fine. So you're going to want to take a look at the 3 piles that I have here and choose the pile that you are drawn to. And once you have selected your pile, you can go to the comment section or the description box and select the timestamp that corresponds with your pile. Okay, so make sure you are using your intuition when you're choosing the piles. So the first pile that we have is the tulip. That is pile number 1. I'm sorry, shook the camera like I always do. So pile number 1, tulip. Pile number 2 is the snapdragon. Pile number 3 is the lilac. I'm going to go ahead and allow you all some time to look at the piles and select the one that you are drawn to. If you need to, you can go ahead and pause the video until you have picked the pile that you are drawn to. For the most part, it's best to stick with one pile, but if you feel the need to watch more than one, go right ahead, be my guest. Also, I did just take some medicine, so I'm feeling really drowsy. So hopefully I don't sound like it. I'm hoping I don't sound like it. But anyways, let's go ahead and get to your reading. So go ahead and pick your pile and I will see you at your pile. Thanks. Hey, pile number 1, you all chose the tulip. Alright, so this reading is about what you should or may want to focus on this Halloween during the full moon. So we have apple, risk and reward, graveyard, unnecessary fear, black cat, fortune meets opportunity, the veil, the future, and we also have compassion, forgiveness, dreams, goddess of the moon, enlightenment, and then I'll go over the tarot cards in a minute, but those are the oracle cards. So what I'm getting here is there is something that you're wanting to do or something that you've been thinking about doing. Hold on one second. Let me get some, I have to get some tissue. Y'all know I have these sinus issues, so I have to make sure I have tissue with me. Okay, so anyways, what I'm getting here is there is something that you have been wanting to do, thinking about doing, but you are worried about not getting the results that you want, or not getting the reactions from people or support from people that it is that you want. So you are going to want to work on releasing that on Halloween during the full moon. So you may want to think about a ritual you can do to release if you have your own rituals. If you don't, one of the things that I like to do if I want to release something is write a letter about it. If it is a particular thing or mindset, why I feel that way, why I want to release it, what caused me to think that way or feel that way in the first place, and then burn the letter with the intention of releasing it as the letter burns. Or if it's a particular person or feeling towards a person, you can write a letter to that person, making sure that you feel all the emotions as you are writing the letter, and then you can burn it with the intention on releasing it. Or you can do whatever it is that you do if you have your own rituals. You can also look it up if you want to. I'm sure there are plenty of videos that you can find with information. Okay, so it's interesting that we have the graveyard unnecessary fear next to the black cat, because a lot of us are fearful of black cats, are suspicious, especially if we are new to the spiritual world, or leaving religion, or if we just grew up superstitious. A lot of us were taught that black cats equal bad luck, and therefore we were afraid of them. So this is just saying there's whatever you're worried about, it's not necessary. There's no need to worry about the results of whatever it is that you're trying to do, because I'm seeing we have the Eight of Wands, we have the Sun, and we have Temperance here. So I'm seeing that whatever this is that you're wanting to do, you are going to be successful at it, but there is a need for balance. So you might need to balance your chakras in order to make sure you're in alignment with receiving and achieving the results that you want to receive. Or you could be a Sagittarius. I do believe the Temperance card represents Sagittarius. I think that's right. I'm gonna have to look that up when I get off of here. Now I'm also showing that you all may want to ask for guidance in your dreams. So on the full moon on Halloween, that's something that you may want to ask whoever your higher power is. Ask them to give you messages in your dreams, or you may already be receiving messages in your dreams, so you'll want to ask that you can first of all remember them, because a lot of us have issues remembering our dreams, me included. Second of all, for the ability to interpret them and get the messages that they want you to get. So ask them to remember the dreams that have important messages. They may be telling you how to carry out a particular plan. They may be trying to give you messages about who you should work with, or creative ideas about something. And I'm saying that because we have the Dreams card, but we also have the Goddess of the Moon card. So there are hidden messages in your dreams, and I'm saying they're hidden because either you don't remember them, or you don't realize that there are messages there, or you're just not able to interpret them. They are enlightening you. We have 27 enlightenment. This is purple, so purple represents spirituality a lot. Purple can represent your intuition, so you may want to do some rituals to strengthen your intuition. We have the risk and reward here, so it's kind of like how they say with the lottery, you can't win if you don't play. So in order to play, or in order to possibly win, you have to risk losing money possibly by playing the lottery in the first place. So what I'm showing here is with this Eight of Wands, they're giving you ideas. They are showing you the light with the Sun card here. That represents the fact that you will be successful, but they're also showing you the light. They're giving you information. When I say there, I mean your spirit guides or your higher power. They're giving you information about how to move forward. The Eight of Wands talks about things moving forward, things moving at a quick pace, momentum increasing, okay? So with this unnecessary fear card, if you are afraid of working with spirit guides, if you have fear surrounding possibly opening your third eye or your crown chakra, you might be new to spirituality. They want you to know not to be afraid. You can ask for protection. I struggle with this as well. I have a lot of abilities that I have not tapped into just because I'm afraid. Like, I know that at one point I was able to see certain things that other people can't see, and it can be a little bit scary sometimes. So we can shut off our ability sometimes due to fear. So they want to let you know not to be afraid. They are there to guide you. So anytime you're feeling lost, reach out to your spirit guides, ask them to help you. Okay, we have compassion here and forgiveness, so that is something you all may also want to work on during this Halloween and the full moon. Work on forgiveness. And I know this is cliche, but having compassion for people who may have done you wrong, people who may have mistreated you. You can have compassion for people and you can forgive people without having to deal with them. This is not saying be best friends with them, let them back into your life, spend time with them, talk to them. You are forgiving people so that you can move on and you can have access to the blessings that are in line for you. And for some of you, you need to have compassion for yourself and forgive yourself for any mistakes that you may have made. Maybe you feel like there's an opportunity that, excuse me, I can't talk. Maybe you feel like there's an opportunity that you should have taken a long time ago, and you feel like your life hasn't moved forward or progressed the way you want it to because you didn't take that opportunity because you were afraid of risk. Forgive yourself for that. Forgive yourself for anything you feel like you may have done to slow down your own progress, and understand that you can still make those experiences useful by learning from them and not repeating the same mistakes over and over again. Okay, we have the veil, the future. Think about your future. Don't spend too much time dwelling on the past. If you are going to be dwelling on the past, it would be best to do so if you are looking to forgive someone, if you are looking to release and let something go. So when people say like think positive, think positive, think positive, sometimes you are going to have to think about negative and bad things that may have happened to you in the past. But what is your intention behind focusing on that? If your intention is to release it, then it is something that will be beneficial for you. Just don't spend too much time thinking about the past. Think about the future. And again, with this dreams card, you're getting messages in your dreams that are going to help you with making decisions that will affect your future. So again, make sure you are writing your dreams down as soon as you wake up, whatever bits and pieces you can remember. Most of us can't remember a full dream when we wake up, but you can start writing down little bits and pieces, and you may not even be able to interpret it right away. I have dreams that I've written down. Some of them I've been able to figure out. Some of them I still don't know what they mean, but write them down anyway. You might find the information useful later on. Okay, so that's what I'm getting for you all as far as what you need to focus on this Halloween for the full moon. Focus on strengthening your intuition. Focus on remembering your dreams and understanding what your dreams mean, what the messages are in your dreams. And maybe this is something you might even be able to do for other people once you really get the hang of it. So hopefully this resonated with you all. If it didn't resonate, you may want to check out another pile. Please feel free to leave a comment if it did resonate, letting me know what it was that resonated with you and what pile you chose. Also, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe if you feel called to do so. I would greatly appreciate it. And I hope y'all have a good rest of your day and a good Halloween. Bye. Hey, group number 2, you all chose the Snapdragon. And again, this reading is going to be about what you should focus on Halloween, this Halloween, which is Saturday, or there's also a full moon. So what you should focus on this Halloween, and this is also going to be a full moon. So as always, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If you find that nothing in this reading resonates with you, you might want to check out another reading. This is a general reading, so some of you that follow me are new to spirituality, so some of you may not be into doing rituals for the moon cycles yet. That's perfectly fine, but if you do find that a message is here for you, then that's great. All right, so first we have death. The eternal cycle begins here. Night Song, Hidden Talents, Lady de los Muertos, Acceptance and Equality, Scrying, Intuition, the Page of Wands, Truth, Freedom, Blessings, Community, Concentration, the Nine of Swords, the Queen of Wands in reverse. Okay, so right away what I'm seeing is that you all are going to want to, if you do choose to do a ritual or work with this full moon, it would be a good idea for you all to go ahead and release worrying about what other people think about you. Release the need to be perfect with your presentations, so people don't say negative things about you. There are people who are going to like you and people who aren't. There's people that are going to like the things that you do. They're going to agree with you about politics. They're going to agree with you about dating. They are going to support the same causes that you support, and there are people who aren't. There are people who are going to believe in you as far as your talents, and there are people who aren't. So the reason why I'm saying you may want to stop worrying about what other people think and release this is because we do have the Nine of Swords, and if you can see in this picture, this person is like can't sleep. They have their hands over their face. They just have anxiety, worry, sadness. And then we have the Queen of Wands as well. So don't be afraid to be seen for who you really are, okay? Don't be afraid to show people the real you, okay? With the Page of Wands, this is a person that is a free thinker. This is a person that doesn't have a problem expressing the way they think without worrying about what other people are going to say about them, or if other people are going to like them or not. So with the death, the eternal cycle begins here. You want to end that cycle of worrying so much about what other people think that you don't fully live in your truth, okay? We have the truth card here as well as freedom. There is freedom in living in your truth. If you are constantly worried about what other people think about you, it's hard to live a fulfilling life because you're not living for yourself. You're living for other people, okay? If they're not paying your bills, if they aren't contributing to your life in a positive way, you shouldn't be worried about what they think. And even if they are, you still want to live in your truth. But a lot of the times, people are worried about people that don't impact their life in one way or another, okay? So let's make sure that you are living in your truth. We have the Night Song, Hidden Talents. There might be something that you want to do. I feel like we even talked about this in one of my previous videos. So you probably picked whatever pile that was for whatever video that was when I was talking about don't be afraid to step out and Do what it is that you want to do with your life. Don't worry about what other people are thinking. There are people who might not support your talent. You might have new ideas, new things. The wands are about passion and creativity. There may be some things that you are wanting to do, talents that you have. Maybe you are spiritually inclined. Maybe you can read tarot yourself. Maybe there's spiritual work, Reiki, whatever that you want to do that your family and friends may not believe in. Maybe they're still extremely religious and you're moving away from religion and towards spirituality. And once you do that, you do tend to find that you have hidden talents, hidden gifts, things that were lying dormant, things that you may have shut off or were never activated, just because from the time we're brought into this world, a lot of us are taught that certain things are bad. Certain natural talents and ways of life that existed well before religion are bad. Okay, so don't be afraid. We have the intuition card here with scrying. So you really might be somebody who has psychic abilities or clairvoyance, being able to tell people or read people's energy. With this community card again, don't be so worried about what people are thinking, even if it has nothing to do with spirituality. Something is going on with you all where you're afraid to really live in your truth and be who you really are. Okay, so with the community card, there's always a community of people that are for the same things that you're for. So if you find that you start losing people because you start living in your truth, understand there's another community of people waiting for you to embrace you because they believe in the same things. Also, don't get too caught up in being a part of a community. Sometimes we need to be by ourselves. Sometimes we need to take a break from other people and other people's energy, especially if you are spiritual and you're an empath and you don't fully understand how to not absorb and take on other people's energy. You can still feel it, but you don't have the ability not to allow it to affect you. You might need to take some time to withdraw, be to yourself, figure out who you are right now, figure out where you're wanting to go in life. We have concentration here. If you do have these spiritual gifts, it is going to take concentration in order to strengthen them. It's hard to concentrate if you're constantly worried about the outcome of something or how somebody is going to react to you, what people think about you. Lady de los Muertos, acceptance and equality. So if you feel the need to be accepted by everybody and you allow that need to affect the way that you live your life and not allow you to live in your truth, then that's something you may want to work on releasing during this moon. Like I said, some people like to release on a full moon. Some people like to manifest. Some people switch it around for new moons. Do whatever you feel works best for you. A lot of us are in a spiritual communities. We're in different groups on Facebook and everything like that. And it seems like people want to force people to do things the same way that they do, even in the spiritual community. So you leave religion and then you get into the spiritual community and people are still trying to tell you what to do and how to do it. Do whatever works best for you, as long as you're not causing harm to yourself and to anyone else, and you're properly protecting yourself when you are doing whatever it is that you're doing. Do you. Do what works for you. Even when you're watching these readings, take what resonates. That's why readers always tell you, take what resonates with you. Because at the end of the day, you're responsible for you. You're responsible for your life. So you can't allow other people to dictate the way that you live your life. Or you can't allow your subconscious mind to dictate how you live your life. Especially if you have certain fears. Let me see. That's pretty much what I'm getting. Oh, we do have the blessings card here. So once you start living more in your truth, we have the death, which also just means renewal, rebirth, and blessings. You're going to see more blessings come your way. You're going to see more opportunities open up for you. You're going to see certain gifts activate that you didn't even know that you had, or an increase in the gifts that you already have. They're going to get stronger. So that's what I have for you all. Group number 2. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I definitely hope it resonated with you. Please feel free to let me know in the comment section. Also, please like, share, and subscribe. And I will talk to you all when I do my next video. Y'all have a good day. Number 3, you all chose the lilac. Alright, so this video is going to be regarding what you may want to focus on this Halloween, which is also a full moon, so it's a powerful time to manifest or release whichever it is that you feel is necessary for you to do. Okay, so we are starting off with the underworld, where all things pause and begin again. Skull of stars, infinite possibilities. Dawn, the light after the darkness. Owl, wise seeing, wise action. 6th chakra, which is also your third eye. And the archangel Metatron. Courage, empowerment, career, life purpose, splendor. The 8 of Swords, the Hierophant in reverse, and the King of Swords. Alright, so what I'm getting as far as what you all may want to work on during this full moon on Halloween is taking the time to strengthen your psychic abilities and your third eye. You all may want to work on strengthening your intuition, psychic abilities, and third eye on this full moon, so you can manifest stronger abilities or release whatever you feel might be holding you back. Okay, so we have the underworld, where it all begins, where all things pause and begin again. Okay, so some of you, I know y'all probably get so tired of me saying this, but I have to tell y'all what I'm seeing. Okay, so with this underworld, the underworld, some of you are going to need to work on shadow work. Okay, I've been saying that forever for so long, but it's something that applies to us at various times throughout our life. So even if it's something you've worked on before, you might need to start working on it again. Some of you have already done this, okay? So you went down to the underworld. You went to the shadow side. You went to places that you may not have wanted to revisit in your mind, that may have been subconsciously holding you back. And you were able to start over. Now it's time for a rebirth. So yes, you went down to the underworld, but now we have dawn, the light after the darkness. Okay, things are starting to become more clear to you. Things are starting to get better for you. For some of y'all are here with the 8 of Swords. You're holding yourself back. You're keeping yourself stuck for whatever reason. It could possibly be due to fear. Okay, this actually applies to me. I went and got a reading on myself once, and I was told that I'm intentionally grounding myself to the point that I can't fully open my third eye. It's like literally almost there, but I keep holding myself back. And it's due to fear of the unknown. Okay, so that is something I'm currently working on and will continue to be working on. Not being afraid to use my gifts. Okay, now you do want to make sure that you are protected. You want to make sure you know how to protect yourself when you're using your gifts, when you're working on your chakras, when you are doing readings for yourself or other people, when you are doing anything that involves spirituality. Make sure you are properly protecting yourself, properly cleansing, being clear about who it is that you want to communicate with on the other side, and that any entities, energies, spirits, whatever that wish to sway you away from truth or cause harm to you or anyone else, are not allowed to communicate with you. You are not calling on them. Be specific about what it is that you're doing when it comes to the spiritual world. But I am showing that you are meant to be a teacher to other people. We have the Hierophant in reverse, though, along with this Eight of Swords. So the Hierophant can be seen as a teacher, but we have it in reverse. You're holding yourself back. Don't be worried about people not wanting to listen to you, people not agreeing with you, people not liking your statuses, people not commenting on your statuses. People are watching you and learning from you, whether you know it or not, whether they tell you or not, okay? So I'm showing that a part of your career and life purpose, we do have those two cards here, is to help other people and lead other people. We have the empowerment card as well. You are meant to empower other people, teach people how to be empowered, okay? But first you have to do that for yourself. And in order to do that, you're going to have to release fear. So that might be something you want to work on this Halloween, releasing fear, not being afraid to strengthen your gifts and open your third eye. What you could ask your guides, what is the best way for you to go about doing this? It might already be open, and if it is, again, we have the Skull of Stars, infinite possibilities. Owl, wise seeing, wise action. So we have wise seeing and the third eye. So again, you might be the type of person that gets visions. You might get information in your dreams. You're able to see beyond the mundane, regular, everyday, okay? You're able to see past the mask that people wear. You're able to see the hidden meanings in things. But you may have cut this ability off. So you may want to work on strengthening that and not being afraid of it. With the King of Swords, again, you are meant to empower other people via communication. Maybe you are somebody that should be a life coach or a motivational speaker. Maybe you are somebody that should have a YouTube channel or a podcast, okay? Your communication skills are very strong. And the King of Swords is kind of no nonsense at times. You know, they don't let people just boss them around and tell them what to do. They're the boss. They're in charge. You know, of course, now the Emperor, which is another card in the deck, they might, you know, be a little bit more developed in their abilities to lead people and communicate with people. So you may want to work on going from the King of Swords status up to the Emperor. Okay, so that's something that you might want to work on during this full moon. We have Splendor. Okay, so your purpose is to help people to see the positive things in life. You're there to help people improve, okay? And you get happiness from doing this. You might be working in a job where you're not able to do this. If you're not empowering people, if that's not what you're doing for a living, then you might be in the wrong career field. And you can pretty much do that in any career field. You don't have to be an entrepreneur. You can work for another company and still be a very empowering person, or you can be an entrepreneur and work for yourself. It doesn't have to be spiritual work either. There are practical, everyday, regular jobs that you can get that would be empowering for yourself and for other people. We have the Courage card here. So again, that's what I was saying. You're holding yourself back from reaching your full potential when it comes to your spirituality, your intuition, because you're afraid. The spiritual world can be scary. We hear a lot of scary stories. You know, there was a time where I woke up and I was a kid. It was the day of my birthday. I think I was turning like maybe 9, and I saw a face. I woke up and I clearly saw a floating face. You know, that can be scary. So there's some things that we might not be able to see that are around us, but we can't see them, and some of us would prefer to keep it that way, but we don't want to hold ourselves back because we are afraid. So that's what I'm getting for you all. I'm getting that you want to work on not allowing fear to keep you stuck. Not allowing fear to keep you stuck or keep you from progressing. For some of you, shadow work, shadow work, shadow work. Figure out what those subconscious fears are. You might not feel like you're afraid of anything, but just make sure you're doing the shadow work. So if there are any hidden fears, you can go ahead and conquer those. For some of you, you might need to work on getting guidance as far as what your life purpose is, and then what your career should be, what career field you can get into where you are living out your life's purpose. And that is pretty much what I got for you all. So those are some things you might want to consider working on during this Halloween. And I hope you enjoyed your reading. I hope it resonated. Please feel free to let me know in the comments. Also, please like, share, and subscribe if you feel called to do so. I would greatly appreciate it. And I will talk to you all when I do the next reading. Have a great day. Bye.